bringing that to life in a way that people feel like I am proud to be with this company because I believe in the vision. And I believe that it applies to my personal values, and I'm committed to do that.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Tell us about growing and developing of culture in the organization, and how it's related with the response to change, with the speed of response to change of the organization. It's a topic that I love a lot, so that's why I brought it to you.
I think that's amazing, Harry. I think first I would say we have to redefine culture in companies, and I think culture right now has a bad stigma to it. When you think about entrepreneurs or even very mature companies, when they hear culture, they feel like it's a job for human resources. It's about spending a lot of money around parties and things that make people feel a certain way and all those type of things. And most of the business leaders that I talk to, they know it's important, but they're frustrated because they know they're spending money on it, but they don't see the connection to speed, performance, and all those elements. So the first thing I would say is when you think about,
they don't see it as an investment, they see it as an overhead, right?
They see it as an overhead, right? So the first thing you want to do,
then the market change, they go out of business, and nobody understands what happened.
That's exactly right. So I want everybody to look at culture as improving the productivity of their employees, right? So making sure that employees feel as aligned to the goals of the company as much as the entrepreneur CEO does. Now, as much as that's difficult, it's possible. And so I think about, I mentioned, I'm also the CEO of Otter Learning, right? One of the fastest growing childcare early learning companies, founded by two friends that were investors and left their investment world, bought a preschool and started working in it. And through that experience, they realized there was so much impact that they can make, and to not only change the quality, but to really build great experiences in these pieces. Now, Harry, in 7-8 years, they've grown to one of the largest in the industry. They now have over 70 preschools, and they're growing. And when I think about that, their founder CEOs,
wow,
they were built on passion and just getting people aligned and acquiring schools and getting them excited. But they were starting to realize it wasn't sustainable. So they approached me and said, gosh, first, would you like to join our board? And then once I joined their board, they asked me to be the CEO because they knew that they needed scale and they needed to turn that passion into focus. So what we're working on today as a high growth company is and we have 1,300 plus employees. Now we're looking at how do we create
that's a big
clarity.
number.
Yeah, 1,300 from nothing in less than 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And all now about inspiring 1,300 people to show up every day to do something truly special, to be the best in their community. And that is our business strategy. So culture is everything in our company, in the way that we communicate, in the way that we set goals, in the way that we show how important they are to the mission, and how we set them up so they give their best every single day.
Yeah, and I think that even in my company, right, we have been we realized something, right, with the people working with us for so many years, right?
Yeah.
We've been in business for the last 18 years, so I had so many employees. Down the line, I realized that that the high performer employees were those ones that the culture that we have align with the culture that they have.
That's right.
Whether, to give you a simple example, I haven't here in 18 years any of my employees tell me, Harry, this is not my job. It doesn't exist in my company. Yeah, my company, we are not a large organization. We are a few people, all rock stars. This is how I think I like it. Or this is who I am, right? To just do a lot of things with few people. So
Yep.
those one that comes to our organization, they have the same set of values within the culture. They like adventure, they like something new, they like even this podcast. They didn't know what it was when I told them I want to do a podcast. They told me, what was that? And so we don't know. I told them I don't know. They told me we don't know either. They told me give us 3 weeks and we will come back to you, Harry. Let's see what is this thing you want to do now. And look, now when they came back, the website already was developed, all connected to the feed. They told me just press the button. Don't worry about it. We got it. Everything. Just press it. Upload the video. That's all you have to do, Harry. Don't worry about So from 3 weeks at the beginning, nobody have any clue, not even me.
Yeah.
So but I think that I can come with the team like that because this is my culture. I want a new idea, and I need a team that is proactive to implement this idea. At the same time, we have been in our ecosystem in the past have employees that they are more the kind of employee that this is not my job, this is my job description, I only do this,
That's right.
which is that amazing for large corporation, right? Because sometimes this is why you need the job description to do exactly what it is. But for our organization that we are not so many and we like multitasking, it was better. So I don't think that there is such a thing of bad employee, good employee, lack of productivity and increased productivity. I think that the issue is that when we bring people at the organization, sometime down the line in the hiring process, it happened to me. We were looking at the skill if the employee was knew how to do the job right than okay if that person the culture that he has can align with our culture. First, let's get that clear, and then second, let's see if he's able to do the job or not. Because even there are people in my organization that when they started, they didn't even know how to do the job. We taught them, but the
Yeah.
culture is so powerful that they're still around. Makes sense. So, what is the secret? And second, how you deal when someone make mistake down the line? Because sometimes it's no, you're hiring. Sometimes this employee arrived to my organization and I had to deal with it. I don't like to fight people. This is also within my culture. I believe that that we should work with the people, train them, and try to make the best out of them. But when it's a match of culture, it doesn't matter. I try as much as possible. Eventually, it doesn't work. So tell us, we were touching about this subject, productivity and culture. Tell us your
Yep.
view. You have a lot of years of experience working in large organization. How actually embedded? How actually are link culture and productivity?
Yeah, so I'll share with you two things. The research on this is really interesting. So I've been working with the Gallup Organization. You may have heard the Gallup poll. They poll worldwide statistics around a lot of different subjects, and they've been studying the emotional connection of employees in their workplace for more than 25 years. And if I were to just share with you US data, which I think is really interesting, and I think most other countries are a little bit lower than US, so you can kind of use the US data as a barometer. If you look at US workforce emotional connection to their companies for the last 25 years, regardless of historical impact, whether it was 9/11 or the financial crisis of 2008 or even COVID, about consistently almost one third, about 33% of the US workforce are emotionally showing up every day, giving their best to support the company and in doing everything that you're describing, right? Really showing up with great passion to help the company move forward. 1/3. So if you think about that, and entrepreneurs really need to think about this. If you're consistent with the US research, that means 2/3 of your employees are either doing the bare minimum or they're even working against you. And some of them may not even realize they're working against you, but they're the employees after the meeting saying, "Oh my gosh, they don't understand how hard we're working," or "That's never going to work," or all those. That's actually working against you, because if they really cared about what you were doing, they would have voiced their point of view in the meeting. I see what we're trying to do, but I see key risks there. Our bandwidth are being challenged. We need to stop doing this so we can create capacity in engaging in that conversation. The moment you have the conversation after the meeting, you're really pulling away from leadership, and that's not helpful. Now, here's what's interesting, Harry, and this is where I support a lot of companies. The middle group, they're not trying to do anything bad. I call them paycheck collectors. They do the bare minimum to collect their check. They never go above and beyond, but they're not trying to hurt you either. They just do the bare minimum. What we try to do, and that it is on average as much as 50% of your workforce, half of your employees. If you can inspire that 50% to become like that 1/3 employees that go above and beyond, your business performance will begin to rapidly improve. And it's about targeting that middle group. Now, to your point, I believe every employee has the opportunity.
How you touch, move, and inspire them.
So
Maybe somehow align this middle group. The fact that they're collecting the paycheck, how fully aligned they are with the vision of the company itself.
Yeah.
So what can be done to touch, move, and inspire them?
That's right. So the two things that I help every company figure out, and these are very simple, and everybody can apply this in their company in the right way. The first one is clarity. The majority of people, when asked, "Do you know what's expected of you at work?" the majority of people cannot strongly agree. So providing clarity helps everybody understand how to show up in the best way. Entrepreneurs, leaders in general, they always overlook it. They don't spend the time to drive really strong clarity. Clarity in your job, clarity in the connection to your job impacting the metrics, giving them information that helps them make decisions. Clarity is huge. So that's one. The other piece that you hit on, Harry, is connection. Creating a sense of belonging, that you're part of something bigger than oneself. Everybody wants to be part of something special. And every company has that ability. So you're talking about vision, bringing that to life in a way that people feel like, I am proud to be with this company because I believe in the vision. And I believe that it applies to my personal values, and I'm committed to do that. Those type of things are strong predictors of getting employees to lean in more. And most managers really overlook it.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.